Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I'll be making a custom Power Rangers Wild Force Black Bison Ranger. This is a commissioned piece from a longtime customer. So I will be using the McFarlane Batman Superman fusion figure, and I'm just specifically using this figure just because the joints are already black. So it makes it so much easier to paint with very minimal prep to the joints. So to start off, I have already applied matte varnish to the figure, so now I'm just applying the black primer. So with this one, I'm again using the Vallejo surface primer, the black one. And I'm also using a new premium airbrush. As you can see, it's by the company Ophir. I'll do a detailed review of this one, but so far it's been great. I think it's only about 50 to 60 US dollars. And it works as well as my $200 Iwata HPCS. So yeah, has a built-in pressure valve, the one at the bottom there, and yeah, it works. It's very controllable even if you don't have a valve in your compressor. So with these ones, I'm just painting everything here with just a black primer, and then I'm just gonna let it sit and dry for a couple hours or so. So for the next part, I am now painting the gold parts. I'm using the Liquitex Acrylic Ink Gold. This one is ready to use with an airbrush, so no thinning needed. And also, for some reason, I cannot find the clips of when I was painting the gold parts of the body, so we'll skip that part. So now I am freehanding the black part between the two gold stripes as per the design. I tried to think of a better way of doing it, but I felt that this was the easiest at the time. I used painter's tape when painting the big gold section strip there, as you saw it, but I could have added a thin strip to the middle part too, but it was a little too late. I already painted the gold parts. So you can see lots of gold overspray as well to the torso, so like the upper neck and the lower part of the torso there. But since our base figure is black, it just makes it so much easier to cover it up with paint later on. I'm not an expert when freehanding, but I find that having different brushes helps a lot. Definitely try and purchase quality brushes, because they do retain their shape a lot longer and just a much better painting experience than with dollar store ones. So now I'm just cleaning up the oversprays. So even with careful application of painter's tape, we still get them from time to time. Make sure you do plan what base bodies you're gonna use, because it just saves you so much time. But if, let's say, you have no choice but use a different color, then do your best in prepping your figure. So yeah, trimming the joints, sanding it, and then applying primer. For this one now, I am using a golden SoFLat black to cover the oversprays, or I could have also used the Vallejo black primer. Both works for this purpose. So I am now painting the white parts of the figure. It is usually very hard to apply white to a dark base color, especially black. But what I did find was that using a really pale gray can work better as it's more opaque than white. So I usually just use that and then apply a bit of white on top if needed. For this gray that I'm using the golden SoFLat neutral gray. For this one, I would say you would need maybe about 2 to 3 coats of the gray, just so it fully covers all of the dark spots. But yeah, it works really well. So just painting the details of the helmet now. So I'm just adding the chrome parts using Vallejo Metal Color Chrome. It's probably the best acrylic chrome that I've ever used. So yeah, definitely check it out. It's almost always sold out. So if you can find some, go grab it. We're now painting the weapons and the helmet. So these were 3D printed using Resi1 Tough 74 and F69 for the belt. I forgot to prime them with the figure earlier, so I'm just using the SoFLat black to cover it up with black so I can paint it with chrome later on. So for the kit that I'm using, it has all been 3D sculpted by Hayden 3D on Instagram. So yeah, check out his work, hit him up if you have any commissions or any kits that you want to be done. Great guy, very affordable as well. Alright, so now we're just airbrushing the chrome to the weapons here. Again, I am using the Vallejo Metal Color Chrome, and it is airbrush ready, so no need to thin. As you can see, it's very chrome. You don't have to use the canned chrome paints. You can just use this one too. It's really nice. Alright, so we're now adding washes to the figures here. So yeah, to show the details of the gold one, I love using the Citadel Agrax Earth shade. So as you can see, it's not just a black wash, it's more like a brown wash that makes gold pop. So I use that all the time for gold. And then I do use Nuln oil for any kind of silvery gray or even chrome metallics. Alright, looks like we're all done, so I'm just putting the figure together. And yeah, just gluing the parts, especially the buckle of the belt, and then gluing the logo to the chest. And yeah, just putting the figure together, and then we will see more pictures at the very end. Alright, so here's the complete look of the Black Bison Ranger. And there's more pics that I have taken. Yeah, I'll probably do more Rangers sometime this year. So yeah, keep an eye out for that one. See you in the next one.